This is Clayton Bigsby. You are listening to the Meatbag and Gio Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Cosmic Soup Recorded, you are listening to the Gio and Meatbag Show.
Holy shit!
Welcome everybody to the Gio and Meatbag Show, episode number 58. My co-host Gio is right here next to me in the motherfucking house. We got superior producer Jeremy Daniel in the house. Jeremy, tell people hello!
Oh, hi guys.
And sitting next to me, we got Arturo, we got Shoei, and we got Todd and Tiff, all from motherfucking Tour at the Scene. What's up, guys? What's happening?
Dude.
What's up, guys?
Do I need to lean like super close to this?
Oh, if you want, but I'm sure this whole superior producer over there will make sure all the levels are correct, but adjust it if you will. No
Touring
problem.
at the Seam in the his owl.
Yeah, we got some touring at the Seam in the house, so that means we're probably going to get really baked. I got a blunt in my hand of some. What are we smoking this week, Gio?
It's Brian
Berry
Cough.
Kush. Some shit.
Brian Cough Kush.
OG shit.
It's that OG shit right there. So what do you say we do best? What do you say we do what we do best?
And ask you, how was your week, buddy?
My week was suck. But that's not what I was going for. But my week was not that suck. It was just kind of
It suck that bad.
It was just blah.
Just kind of a blah.
Work,
That's
come
4th
home.
of July. We just had 4th of July, man. What the fuck do you do for 4th of July?
Okay. So my daughter got to see the fireworks, and she was really stoked about them. So that was like the highlight of my week. Was she was just super stoked about the fireworks. So
the
that was
fireworks.
my week.
That's how Nova was. She was stoked, sitting in the back of. We went up to my in-laws' house and pasted. That's how Nova was. She was just sitting in the back of the truck, having a ball.
Right.
What do you do for 4th of July, Jeremy? Just
Jeremy.
sat here and worked?
I'm glad that you asked because my family went to California and I stayed here.
Oh, they
And so
left you?
Yeah, they left me. So I was here by my lonesome. Steven was up in Payson, so I was all by myself here at the compound. So I just recorded on 4th of July.
Good. Well, because I remember I hit you up, and I was like, oh, hey, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I got the place myself. And at first, I was like, oh, well, we're going to come over and hang out with you. And then my dad invited me over for a barbecue.
Yeah.
And then by the time we were done eating and everything, I was like, well, let's see what Jeremy's up to. And you're like, oh, well, I'm fucking recording now. And I was like, oh, well, good for you.
I knew he
it
stuck
was
himself
good,
in the
but
studio and worked all day.
It was a shitty day, so I was in a bad mood. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to be in a shitty mood and be, dull to hang out with.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the real reason.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad that you kept yourself busy and actually made some money. So
there you go.
Well, hopefully you
keep
made
yourself.
some money.
That's what I know what to do. That's what I know what to do with my time when I'm a little upset. Just gotta keep your hands busy, dude. Keep yourself busy. Keep your mind off shit. I think that's the best way to do things when you're a little upset.
Yeah.
That way you don't end up beating your wife or kicking the dog or screaming at the kids,
hiding the remote. Meatbag, how was your week?
My week was okay. I had a really good time hanging out with family up in Payson. Unfortunately, I found out my cousin Court Kennedy passed away over the weekend. It's pretty tough. I took a couple days off from work though. So tomorrow and the next day I'm going to go up to Payson again and just kind of visit with my mom.
Which if
Spend
you guys
some time with the family.
If you guys didn't listen to last week's episode, I highly encourage that.
Yeah,
because
all we have to say is you guys just listen to the first 20 minutes of last week's episode and you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
No need to backpedal, I guess.
No,
but
no need to.
If you guys don't know, listen to the last episode.
Just check out the first, like he said, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you'll know. So.
But yes, rest in peace, Court Kennedy, and
you will be missed.
Tough, man. It's tough, but family will miss you, and we'll keep on trucking.
So.
On a lighter note, we got Torn at the Seam in the house.
I was just going to say,
hell yeah.
Well, we have a huge elephant in the room here.
Yes.
So we might as well just get right into it and say,
show he's not that.
This is punk rock time! They don't want to talk about it. They want to tiptoe walk around it. Where the flag and mind is
Welcome to the least listened to segment in podcast history. Welcome to
Punk Rock Talk.
That's right. And this week in our edition of Punk Rock Talk, we have Torn at the Seam in the motherfucking house. How are you guys doing?
Fucking great, man. How you guys been?
Good.
Lean in.
What have you guys?
Lean in.
What have you guys been doing at the studio all day? I know you guys have been here at Cosmic Soup all fucking day. What have you guys been doing?
We are putting down the foundation for a full-length album,
Ooh, that's exciting.
and then we're finally writing our first full punk rock song. Because Craven said he would play it if we did. So
Oh, he won't play the ska?
he won't play no ska yet.
Come on.
Which there's actually backstory to that, but we'll get into that as the album grows. You know?
Yeah,
Come on, Craven.
I feel like ska is super underrated.
It is very underrated.
Like when you go to upload music online and distribute it to Spotify and iTunes, you go to pick your genres and you get two choices because sometimes you got some fusion going on. So there's all these fantastic choices, but one of the missing ones, and I find it weird because ska has been around for decades.
Yeah.
Years.
Before
and
reggae,
years.
ska existed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't find ska in the drop down. So, it forces ska bands like the Interrupters and Torn at the Seam and Specials and Mad Caddies
Just be punk rock
to categorize
or
ourselves as
Ain't that some
alternative,
fucking ska,
yeah.
too?
punk rock. So,
yeah. And we're not even ska, and that's how Squared fucking categorizes themselves.
Yeah, I mean-
as alternative and punk. You know?
That's unfortunate because, like you said, ska has been around for decades and decades. I mean, our grandparents' listened to ska. You know what I mean? Had to have. It had to have come across on the radio.
They're
At
out
one
there
point, it was
skanking.
the most popular music in the world.
It was
you know?
pretty good. It is pretty good.
Well, my theory is that like once you get to punk rock, that's like about as far as you can go on that end, and then you have to start turning it into ska because
Little bit.
you can't like
Yeah.
you're either gonna go metal or you're gonna go ska. Like that's
You're either gonna go Lagwagon or you're gonna go No Effects.
yeah, it's like you can only go as punk as you can punkly be.
You're either gonna go Cog in the Machine or you're either gonna go. All right, I'm
You're
done.
either going Fat Wreck or all chords.
Oh, Brian Barry Koff, thank you so much for these conversations.
I love Lagwagon, but Cog in the Machine to me was just like, it's a metal song. You know,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not a bad song. It's a metal song.
So
Like, when I would put that shit on, Mikey would be like, "Oh, that fucking riff, bro." I'm
Yeah.
like, "That's because you're a metalhead."
So good.
It's like that fucking riff, bro.
Shreds.
Jesus
It's the
Christ, that
shreddiest.
fucking riff, bro. Yeah, dude, it's because you're a metalhead.
So we have Torn at the Seam.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy actually plays bass for Torn at the Seam, so we
Jeremy.
have
Oh,
pretty
Mr.
much
humble guy over
the
here.
whole band here.
Yeah, we pretty much have the whole band here, other than Tuffy
we got a new member.
and
We got a brand new
Danny.
member.
Yeah, Danny's basically
Danny and
in
Tuff.
now.
Mr. Arturo.
Nice.
He's our
Okay.
our new drummer.
So Mr.
Well-
let's shine the light here. That's what I was kind of
Yeah, yeah.
going for
if
is
you wanna
Mr. Arturo here.
Yeah, if you want to introduce
yourself.
brother. Yeah,
The camera's
introduce
right here.
yourself
Arturo
and your
Sosa.
role.
So I'm a percussionist drummer, and I'm the percussionist for Torn at the Seam.
Awesome. Yeah, and
And I'm privileged, and I thank you guys for
Yo,
like having me here at Torn at the Seam.
we're blessed.
God,
I mean,
awesome.
you guys.
we got quite the stable.
So
and a lot of surprises in store that have to do with Shoei and Arturo.
Right.
Bringing a nice, entertaining,
we do this.
theatrical type of dynamic
That's
to the
fucking
stage.
awesome.
so
Dynamic.
brush us up on some other of the projects that you've been involved with, just to get these people here a
Oh,
feel for
Yeah,
who you
Okay,
are.
I don't even talk to the camera all
well,
the
I
time.
play
Don't
in- yeah. I'm in
It
a couple
happens.
Latin tribute bands. I'm in a Selena tribute band. I'm in a Carlos Santana tribute band.
That's awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And also I'm a sub like for casino bands like Top 40 Music
Nice.
and all that. And I'll do.
So what you're saying is you're a real musician.
Yeah.
I try.
What he's saying is he actually knows
So,
how to play.
I'm always trying to always work around.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Whatever gig it is, like I won't say
he
no.
plays gigs that pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even. That's a
He
different
makes money.
language to me.
Not here.
Wait, he said what?
Yeah.
That's
that?
possible.
And that's sad because I believe that every musician has the same passion and the goals and whatnot, and it sucks when you don't get paid.
I agree, man. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
It's not getting paid,
Yeah.
and for whatever genre, whatever and I have lots of respect for every musician.
Yeah, we've
'Cause we all
touched
share that, So
right, and we've
Let it
touched
suck.
on it a few times. It's a trip to see like how with original music, not a lot of people are making money. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just harder. The people are making money. It's just harder, I guess.
bar owners
Sense.
make money, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
bar owners are making a killing.
Oh yeah.
they don't want to pay because they know,
yeah.
Yeah.
and they know, hey, well, it's an urgent act, so yeah.
You know, it comes down to like you got to make like a fucking hit song to make any money.
Hey,
off of
stay
music or
positive
anything
though,
like that,
because
you know, but-
Spotify wants to give us about 0.1 more percent, right,
Hey.
guys?
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
that's wonderful.
Let's just keep.
But
They're
I'm just
fucking
saying,
fighting
keep
for
going.
us. They're fucking fighting for us. Yeah, seriously. Like Squared will get our royalty check at the end of the year. We don't have a lot of listeners. We do have a good following.
$13,
We'll get
bitch.
13 fucking bucks.
I'm bringing that to the mall.
It's almost enough to cover DistroKid.
I'm gonna get me a new
Yeah.
fucking belt buckle.
Oh my god. And
That's almost enough to pay for Podbean.
oh my god. Yeah, it's too bad. And speaking of what helps us pay for Podbean, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsors really, really quick. I want to put out Cosmic Soup Recording.
Which, by the way, Torn at the Seam, literally, we touched on earlier, just got done recording at Cosmic Soup Recording.
Yes, and if you guys hear what we are talking about right now, come to Cosmic Soup Recording. You can make a freaking record out of, I don't know, take
You can
two
also
fucking
take a nap on
pencils
this
and
comfy
do
couch
whatever.
in
and-
between sessions.
Boom.
Just
Like
like
your snooze
I don't
sesh.
speak on behalf.
and that's going to be
I do
30
not own
bucks
the
an hour.
copyrights.
And that's going to be 30 bucks an hour, guys. And if you mention that you heard this out here, you're going to get that mixing and mastering
For
included.
free.
Game.
For free.
Mixing and mastering for free
Yeah.
if you enter promo code STDs.
That's right. And if you guys hear Torn at the Seams songs, you hear Squared songs, Contradiction songs, amongst many other artists, that is going to be your quality of Cosmic Soup. It's grade A. Get a hold of Jeremy. Find him on any social media ends. Find the coupon on Groupon. And we got a little commercial here. Let's play it.
I get the drip, I get the drip. Drip, drip.
Hey, does it hurt when you pee? Feels like you're fucking a tree. You probably got it from me. Better go get you some cream. If you've been sticking your dick where it don't belong, go out and get Cosmic Soup's Clam Chowder Penis Cream. Guaranteed to cure any itchy irritation or evil burning discharge. This product has an outstanding 1.5 stars on Amazon and arrives at your house in a bright colored penis-shaped package.
Worsening chronic uncontrollable itching has been reported.
Bright colored penis-shaped package.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Order the clam chowder cosmic soup penis cream now.
Yeah, and you guys don't have very much time left from when this podcast comes out, which is tomorrow, Monday, being Monday the 8th, correct?
Yeah. It's almost sold out.
The new Cosmic Soup NASA design t-shirt is about gone.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
chance, bitches.
Yeah.
Did I read that correctly today?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to order it today
Now.
or you're not going to get one.
Yeah.
I'll take two.
And I'm talking to you, Gio.
Dude, those are fresh. And no, I literally have been like no selling this whole thing because I can't afford it. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's a cool
That
design.
must be nice.
Like, yeah, it's a cool design, whatever.
That's hilarious.
Like in the back of my mind, I'm like,
He probably
I want
got that
that.
for free. I'm sure
Remember-
Todd or you gave it to him.
it was actually Lee Gilmore of Krovac was like, oh,
He
he's
gave
running
you a
merch for you
Torn at
guys
the
that
Seam-
night, and he was like,
No.
Lee from Krovac gave him that shirt when he
Yeah.
was running merch for Torn at the Seam.
he's like, hey, you're
must
the
have
only
been
person that's.
correctly?
Yeah, no.
Did I catch
Yeah.
that right?
That was a
All right.
Marquis.
Just making sure. Yeah, just making sure. All right, so back to Torn at the Seam.
Yeah.
We're really happy to be hanging with you guys. You guys are definitely our brothers. Arturo, fucking new
Nice to
homie,
meet
man.
you.
Yeah, dude. We met earlier. Very respectful
So
guy.
let's be responsible podcast hosts and
Okay.
ask them some questions.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should kick this one off because Jeremy can't kick it off. He's in the band.
Yeah.
Ask Jeremy
Okay.
a question.
Well, this one was directed towards Jeremy
Okay.
and
Oh, nice.
Todd and Shoei and Arturo.
Oh, okay, because they're torn at the seam.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I know you guys are in the studio right now, What
Literally.
What are your plans with this album, if I may?
We're gonna do a CD release in September on our 7th anniversary. So officially on paper, we've been a band since September of 2012.
Nice.
And that blunt's hitting me just right.
There you go.
Well, you better be ready, motherfucker. Number 2's coming.
We've been a band since 2012. We figured I was on this kick of just doing EPs forever and until it made sense to do a full length. But then all of a sudden I found myself with an outrageous amount of material, a lot of new stuff, and then some stuff that's been kind of just sitting on a shelf. One of the first ones is a song called Scholitics, and I never really wanted to get like super political, but then sometimes it's just fun to say fact-based abrasive shit.
Oh yeah.
And get people's blood pumping about it because there's just too much nonsense happening. Like the two-party system is a fucking joke, and if you vote for either one,
it's so outdated. I'd have to agree with you on that.
I'm just saying, like, you're part of the problem too, because the whole thing is based on divide and conquer and getting just two groups of people to believe a bunch of bullshit instead of multiple groups of people. So my thought is, if you want it just to be about one versus one, well, then you need to start your elections a lot sooner, and it needs to start with all parties being represented equally on media, in print, and around the U.S. And then from there, there's a vote off, okay?
Right.
If there's 50 people trying to run, then 50 people get voted for, and then you just narrow it down. And if there's a tie at the end, okay, then I'll accept only having two choices. But until then, I want to know everybody who's capable and willing, and go from there. And then
no, that's beautiful. That's a lot that nobody ever thinks about that kind of thing. They're just like, we get Pepsi or Coke, we get Facebook or Twitter, we get Xbox or PS3, we get
iTunes
salt or pepper.
Spotify.
You know, it's like, it's like nobody really thinks like, oh, like
Gio or Meatbag or both.
yeah.
WWE or AEW.
Gio and Meatbag.
Boom, there you go. Like there's a new one, WWE or AEW, and it's like
I think choices are
USWA.
I think as an artist, you have a very beautiful point there. Yeah. That's
I agree.
That's awesome. That's a good thing to think about is like, hey, wake up and realize like it doesn't have to be one or the other. There's so many candidates, so many people like you and me that are capable of like owning shit. Look at Jeremy. He runs this fucking podcast like it's no one's business. If it were up to Meatbag and myself and nobody else, you guys wouldn't get live YouTube and quality sound.
Nope.
It'd be on our phone over there like, hey guys, I don't know if you can hear us or not.
In the backyard.
Yeah, in the backyard. No, but honestly, like just look at the different candidates you have. That's a really beautiful point.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what I understand is you guys definitely don't write music about politics very often, but as most bands who don't write songs about politics, they always got one at least. So it's good that you guys have one. We got one. Kind of like one or two.
We have a few.
Not that it's our turn.
I mean, if you want my personal opinion, I can turn every song we've ever written into a politically political story.
No. Let's not.
So if you haven't done so already, be sure to like Torn at the Seam on Facebook because we're striving towards 3,000 likes.
Oh, nice.
And we have a special gift for the 3,000th person that likes the page.
And it's not the Cosmic Soup Penis Cream either.
We're actually going to throw that in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and buy
you heard
one
it
of
here,
those,
folks.
Yeah.
and you're going to get it. But basically, the 3,000th person to like and share, but really just like it. 3,000th person's going to get all the T-shirts we have in print. So one of each design, and I think there's 3 of them.
Damn.
They're going to get the Torn at the Seam discography. And I haven't decided yet, but maybe we should include some upcoming stuff on that discography.
So are we talking about the
like 30
3,000th
releases of some demos?
The 3,000th person to share the album?
No,
release?
To like the
3,000th person
page.
to like our page.
Oh,
and we're gonna give
Okay.
him a special CD
well, there
to
you go.
commemorate that occasion.
Now Gio's gonna go unlike the page and then
Yeah.
wait and then like.
Play that game.
Subject to
I'll
new
do
fans
it.
only.
Subjected to new fans only.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have someone like Gio sitting there just like
I'll do it.
waiting to click like. He'll like unlike it, and then wait till it's at $29.99, and then click like, oh look, dude,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I'll
Say I
be
won't.
damned. I'm the 3,000th like.
So, second question officially. Third question.
Second. Who's counting?
You guys have shows booked. Were you guys planning on using these future shows to promote this next album, or is it like a hush hush kind of thing?
So the cool thing is that after we did the festival with Slightly Stupid, we were just gonna take a break
Right.
and finish a full-length album. And I mean, we're probably gonna put 14 never really played on stage songs on the album, plus 3. Is it 3? 3 songs that never made it onto the first 2 EPs.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna bring some old school Torn at the Seam songs back with a little bit of new flavor, kind of like we did with 15 Hours.
That's cool, dude. Right
Um,
on.
But yeah, for this album, my vision was to have it completely blended of all the genres that really make us kind of a fun band. So it's gonna be a little bit of reggae, a little bit of ska, some punk rock, and some hip hop, and some little funk metal.
Okay.
Dope,
A
dude.
little funk metal, which may or may not go well, but it's okay. We're gonna do it.
No, it's
It'll
you
get
know,
over, I'm sure.
it is
dude.
what it is.
Yeah,
If it's fucking sounds good, I'm sure everybody's gonna love it. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure we'll
Exactly.
smash it into some reggae along the way.
there you go.
Right, right.
Hey, so I know that you guys have brought something to this podcast, and it was a brand new track.
It is.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Happy birthday, Meatbag. I forgot to tell you. Merry
Fuck yeah.
Christmas.
Actually, I knew that it was. we were gonna
Steve
play
heard it. already.
Yeah.
I'm just,
He's
I'm
like, I
just
already
trying to fucking hype it up, dude. Yeah, man.
So before we get into every show Joe, I said we'd take a little music break here.
Yeah, let's play that new song and then we'll
It's a
have
very special music break.
just one track, right?
Yep.
Yes.
you
Oh,
get-
are we doing back to back?
Well, no, but it's only one new Torn at the
Right,
Seam
right.
track. Yeah,
Introduce
we're
it,
gonna.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
Oh, we're doing back to back. Okay.
yeah, but you guys can announce it. I mean, this is a big deal, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I
I want you
wasn't
guys to
very big
talk
deal.
about it first.
I
Before
wasn't
we go.
saying not to announce
No,
it.
I'm talking to everybody.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, guys.
Got you. Happy birthday, though.
Thank you.
Birthday, Mr. Meaty.
You know what? Priceless present. Thank you, guys.
So
Older and super.
I don't
Well, it
even
costed
know what
someone
song
money,
it
but
is.
it wasn't me. It didn't cost me any money, so I appreciate it.
So we really love this song.
Okay.
I think it's definitely one of my favorites. It's fun to play. Danny did a great job with his horn lines, and I love the content. I think Todd did a great job writing this song.
Thank you.
How long has it taken you guys to record this song?
Great question.
I wanna know.
We started
Should we lie?
recording this song in March,
Okay.
and unfortunately, it takes time getting everybody together.
Yeah. Well, Torn at the Seam's a big band, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
it's hard to get everyone together.
Seven
I'm sure.
this
members.
song's actually been sitting on the shelf for a while. We didn't just finish it, but it's been sitting on the shelf, so we were waiting for a good time to put it out, and so no time like the present, really.
I love
Right.
that. I love that.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, I say we get right into it.
We're gonna do a video too.
Did you send it to me?
It's in
Because
your email.
oh,
I just told you that.
It's in your email, Jackwagon.
Check the
Well,
spam
guys,
folder.
it's really cool to like be hanging out with you guys. Like we're really close friends, you know what I mean?
Dude.
So it's just really good to find like sit down, shoot the shit. Thank you guys for being on the podcast. You know what I mean? Like we really do appreciate it. Guys, go to gioandmeatbag.podbean.com. Again, that is gioandmeatbag.podbean.com. You can download this podcast entirely for free. And then that's where you're going to be able to hear the brand new Torn at the Seam track we're about
You
to
should
play
do
right
that
now.
for sure for this one, because disclaimer, this new track is definitely going to change a little bit. So this is going to be like a raw, crusty version of this track that when you hear the final version, you'll be like, oh, it's the same song, but you'll be like, oh, that's different.
Nice. So we get to hear like an older version of the song. It's going to be a pre-release version.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I like that.
But it's an official released version.
Yeah.
On the Gio and Meatbag.
Yeah, that's right,
Meatbag.
motherfuckers.
Gio and Meatbag.
Yeah, dude.
Meatbag.
I know we used to
Bogging out.
the second place we ever podcasted at. We had been in the back of our buddy's backyard. He had like a couple sheds, and we picked one out. It was like decent size. We had power back there and shit. We called it the Gio and Meat Pod for a while. That was our pad, man. We did like fucking 30 episodes there or something. We did a lot, man. And we got to deck out the room. It was probably about as big as this room right here, and we decked it out with just like
wrestling
posters,
shit
yeah.
and
That's perfect.
all sorts of shit, just wrestling, punk rock stuff. And it
we
was
had
our-
we had this vision of having a big ass TV that filled up the back wall that would just be our like computer that we could run shit on.
Yeah, so
and
like
it just
at-
never worked.
Yeah, well, because the TV that I had was too old, I guess, or something. We couldn't hook up a computer to it. But it
And then
would've been
I was too
perfect.
broke to buy a TV that
God,
could
me
fill
too.
that slot.
I was a
so.
lot more broke. But anyways, this isn't about us and
Yeah.
our struggle.
Yeah.
This is about Torn the Seam and their struggle.
Yep. Amen, brother. This
Amen.
song right here is called Politics.
Politics. Torn at the Seam. Check it out, guys.
The systems are designed to fuck us all. Gerrymandering to control the vote. They've stolen our freedom. They're selling our rights. It's time for us to rise up and unite. The trick's designed to disrupt you, forcing your use mind with untruth, intending population control. Consumerism to entice you. Who knows who's being lied to? And that's how they control the world. Don't trust these politicians with your eyes. 9/11 was done from the inside. They rape and kill children. The systems are rigged. It's time for us to rise up and say enough of this. The trick successfully divide you. Now you know you're being lied to. Biopopulation control. Define us with our differences. Racial, religious, economic. And implement self-defense control. Don't trust the healthcare system with your life. They'll use any excuse to dissect our inside. They're killing us off with force feeding us pills. It's time for us to rise up and force a new deal. The trick's designed to disrupt you, forcing your use mind with untruth, intending population control. Consumerism to entice you, corruption so that they can buy you, and try to control all our world.
me I might feel anxious, dizzy and agitated. I nodded when they said I feel a sexual desire and get constipated. Having a dry mouth and being tired didn't seem so bad. I'm just trying to help myself and stop feeling so fucking sad.
Like on my meds adjusted throughout the first few weeks. I started off on Zoloft, got switched to paroxetine. I was skeptical at first, but I really think it helped build me out of that hole. I started being active, being better, and taking steps towards my goals.
A few months go by and I think things are looking up. Talk to my doctor about discontinuing the drugs. They said, you might have vivid dreams or feel like you're coming down with the flu. And you feel dizzy at times, but all of this will pass.
But they never said a thing about the brain zaps. I just talked about my brain. Taking people with this pain. I just talked about my brain. Can't live it.
Every 60 seconds there's a shot go through my brain. No one knows what it is, but it's driving me insane. The doctor never warned me about this happening. I'm not sure if it was worth it.
I just talked about my brain. Treat it like it's a game. I just talked about my brain. I just treat it.
There's no peace, so I can't sleep. I can't focus to get work done. I'm tearing my hair, I'm grinding my teeth. Don't wanna die, just wanna look. The medical field don't seem to care. 'Cause they got theirs.
What's happening to my brain? It's driving me insane. I just talked about my brain. I treat it like it's a game. Can't live with this pain. I just talked about my brain. It's just treat it.
Oh my God.
That was Brain Zap with Brain Zap.
Yeah, Brain Zap with Brain Zap. Can you imagine? They named their song after their band, and what an appropriate song. Thank you.
Very appropriate. Well, I want to give a big shout out to Torn at the Seam for hanging out with us a little bit, man. That was really fucking cool. Love you guys very much. Much love. Everyone, take care. Peace and love.
We're gonna
man.
be working on this thing. Arturo's gonna
Shout out to
come by
Arturo.
sometime, do some percussion, and we still have a lot to do. But yeah, dude, it's coming along.
That's a cool
Finally-
pre-release version, though,
Finally,
man.
we're
Yeah.
getting
I like
the ball rolling.
I like it a lot, man.
It's always good to hear brand new fucking track.
Oh.
Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody, to the Gio and Meatbag Show, episode number 50, motherfucking 8.
Here we are. Todd, we fucking love you, brother.
Yeah, much love.
Thanks so
Peace
much.
out. Take
Say
care.
goodbye to the viewers.
Say goodbye to the people. But, yeah, man, so that was Torn
Couple
at the
new
Seam.
songs.
Yeah, Torn at the Seam with Scholitics, and then you had Brain Zap with Brain Zap, and it's kind of
Yeah.
a newly recorded version. They went and re-recorded their first record, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I'm just really stoked.
Well, I just
man.
wanted to
Love new
ease it
music.
in. I didn't want to play
wanna
something completely
force
brand
it
new.
in.
Yeah,
We
until
want to force it in.
I got the okay with the Brain Zap gentleman.
The Brain Zap crew. But yeah, it's cool. And then we're going to have Shoei hang out with us for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I actually had some questions for Shoei because
What do you want with my friend Joey?
We've already played Torn at the Seam. I have Perfect Sense and Ethan 103 lined up for tonight.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
This is Showy Fest 20 motherfucking 19.5. It's hype.
It's because I knew Shoei was going to be here. He's like a rare fucking Pokemon. So if you guys haven't heard the intros from the past few weeks, it's been Shoei, just showing his love to the show here.
Yes.
But we actually have you in-house.
Yeah, we have Shoei in-house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, babe. Yeah.
Question number 1, if I may. Which band do you like the best out of all the bands that you play with?
Todd had to leave, but now he's waiting.
I should have waited till Todd left. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, it's break time. We gotta get to, we
No.
gotta do another song.
That's not even my question. That's just fucked up. No.
No. Oh damn it.
It would have to
That's
be
funny.
like how do you, I know this seems kind of like the most asked question, but how do you divvy up your time, man? Because you're everywhere all the time. And I know your ass has a job. And I know your ass has a damn family and neighbors.
Yeah. For example, you three. I'm far miles away neighbors.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But how do you do it, man?
I don't know. It just happens. You know, I'll get a call from somebody or jam with them. And I have my open mics too on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And you've been running that open mic for how long now? How many years now?
This past December marked 8 years.
Damn. A Devil's Advocate in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah.
The last couple Decembers I've made it out for the anniversary celebration. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Well, and we try to always keep it like a part of our ritual to where before we go on tour, we hit the open mic with you.
We'll start our tours on a Tuesday so we can have the pre-tour ritual. We hit Devil's Advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you guys did it twice. This I think it was twice. But
And Devil's Advocate, I think we've done like
3 times.
Was it 3?
Three times,
okay.
yeah.
Done it a few times now. But anyways.
But no, I think it's just a regular day job thing in the morning. But then once I'm done with that, the bands I'm with, we just schedule it, and I just make sure I have it open, and then it's set right there, and then another schedule planned, and just look at my calendar, and all of a sudden it's all in routine now. I don't really think about it much.
Nice.
And then once we have a show going on, I'll probably play with one and then leave, and which I feel bad for that, but I have to do another one, which I always do that for years.
Yeah.
It's just a routine for me. I can't really explain it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of people think like, oh, it must be fun to be up there and playing. Like, yeah, it is, but it's a lot of creativity before you get on that stage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And depending on what kind of style.
Dedicated, man. You're dedicated like a motherfucker. Like you are there. Like every band you are a part of, you give 110%. I can see that in your face. Like you're not just there like, oh yeah, I drum for this band and this band, and don't give a shit. Like you actually care about the notes you're playing, the fucking, the music that is being played. And that's to me is like authentic. Like it's hard to find. And here you are playing for Perfect Sense, Ethan 103, Torn at the Seam. Keep going.
Cero Viejo, which is, I'm told, Spanish for Old Zero. It's the 2 original members of Authority Zero, which is Jeremy Wood and Gringo Bill Marks.
Wow,
and
that's clever.
They were together, we're creating something, and then they needed a drummer, and they just called me up. I'm like, yeah. And we're just an instrumental band. We don't, because they weren't lead singers. They were like backup singers at the band, And I don't do backup or lead either. So we just kind of do instrumental. That's like our way of singing.
Well, that's cool.
And
I've heard some of the music before. It's pretty badass.
Yeah, we had two tracks on YouTube right now, and then it's funny. It's like weird videos in the background.
It's just cool because, like you said, it's just instrumental. It's cool.
I've been
stuff.
seeing that a lot more too. There's been some instrumental bands out there just
I love
starting that,
instrumental
and it's
music.
really cool because if they don't really feel like singing, their voice is more through their instruments, and
Right.
yeah. So yeah, and then there's another one that me and Shane of Perfect Sense we started. Us and then two of our other buddies were just been coming out with like 4 or 5 songs now. We're called Nothing New.
Good.
So
That's badass.
and then I have 3 gig bands I just play with. You know, like those 3 to 4 hour gigs. So,
Yeah, we need to talk after the show.
Yeah.
So it's like what? How do you say it? 7 projects right now, I guess.
Damn.
And an open mic
Oh, yeah, dude.
and a
Joey
partridge in
just
the
came
pear tree.
from Tucson today.
That's awesome.
See, I was like
Played
keeping
in Tucson
score.
last night.
Yeah, you played at
And,
Culinary Dropout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of them.
I see Rich goes out there. Rich Duran goes out there a lot and plays with,
He does.
Nikki Parks.
Nikki Park, Sam Braxton as well,
Nice.
and
He's
Joanna,
another
Joanna
one of those
Joy.
gigging drummers that just gig all over the place, you know?
Yeah, he's a really great, talented friend of mine and a great drummer as well. And he goes ahead and he does on the side as well. You know, it keeps him busy and it's more fun.
I just started doing the whole gigging thing for like 3-hour shows or whatever. Like as a drummer, like I've done it by myself with guitar and acoustic and stuff for a long time, but I just started doing that and I did a 3-hour gig with Corridor 16 over the weekend.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to pick up a lot more of those. So I love it. I love just going out there and playing for 3 hours straight. I don't even give a fuck, dude. 4 hours straight was fun.
I was glad to catch that for about a quick 5-10
Oh yeah,
minutes.
you came through real quick.
I have a challenge for everybody that's watching and listening right now.
Oh yeah.
Challenge time.
So, we are about to air Every Show Joe Says Let's Go, which is his weekly breakdown of local shows.
He just says go. He doesn't say let's go.
Yeah.
That's me. I said
Every
"Let's
Show
go!"
Joe says go. That's what I said. Damn it. All right. So, anyways, for those listening and really keeping track, and that actually realized that I was wrong just now.
Gio's fucking testing you right now.
No.
Oh, you're not
Go.
testing them?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
But go and listen to this that we're about to play, and tally with what information we just gave you, how many shows Showy is playing within the amount of information that Joe gives you.
That's not bad. I actually like that.
All right?
I think we might even be on the list for this week.
We are. I hope.
I hope.
I hope he covers ours.
We're all gonna find out.
Yeah. And it's
You about to find out now, son.
we about to find out right. We about to
How
find
we look
out.
tonight? Who's all on the YouTube
Let's
talking
see.
to us?
Let's
Who's
see if
talking to
anybody's
us?
Left us a comment.
Hi, people.
No.
We love you. No comments.
Yeah, we're really bad about
Hey,
that.
you have
people.
to leave us comments like hang loose, sunglasses guy, fire emoji.
Yeah.
So
Let's give you a shout
we'll
out.
get a little attention.
I'm showing I approve these instructions.
He approves of these crazy bastards.
Just do it.
Do it. And make sure you guys go follow Every Show Joe on all social media outlets. It's at Every Show Joe. He literally goes to more shows than Showy and I play a month combined just because he loves music. He is that dedicated to music, and he is dedicated to making sure that all of you motherfuckers know what great shows to attend for the week. And he does that by putting out his YouTube series, Every Show Joe Says Go, every single week. Make sure you guys subscribe to his YouTube channel. And if you guys can, throw a couple bucks at him on his Patreon, Every Show Joe, because it helps him with gas, and gas is getting a little bit cheaper again in Arizona. $3 is a little over a gallon. That'll go a long ways for Joe. Like, he can legit get to a show and back on that. So, like, seriously, go throw Joe a few bucks, and he can get to a show on that.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you feel good about that, guys? Like, I know we don't have a ton of listeners here, but there is a lot of people in the Arizona punk rock scene that do listen to us. And if you listen to us, you know Every Show Joe. So go throw him a couple bucks and dough.
No,
I was
like,
trying to throw
honestly.
it.
No,
I was
like,
trying to tie it
And
together.
then
real.
if you still have a couple doughs left
shit's
over,
real.
you can donate it to
Yeah.
the Gio and Meatbag Show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't
Or,
know where. Just go to
Because
Cosmic
gas
Soup.
is getting cheaper, but it's still expensive. And me and Meatbag have to pay for fucking gas to do this
To pick
podcast.
Gio up. Yeah, so they can go pick Gio up.
Oh man, this is funny.
No, but
Not
honestly,
tonight, motherfucker. His
donate.
wife's got him.
If you got a
That's
couple
funny.
bucks, donate every show, Joe.
Yes, everyone, please do as we ask, because Joe just means a lot to us, and what he's doing means a lot to us.
Yeah.
So please follow him on
Well,
Twitter,
and he uses
Instagram,
it.
YouTube, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yeah, he uses it to fucking
He really
advance
does.
further with his shows. He'll use it to buy tickets or get a new camera or something that benefits you as a viewer. So
He also has this podcast, Concerts to Consoles. It's really fucking awesome. Stay tuned for the newest episode. I'm not sure exactly who's on it, but to be announced if you follow Every Show Joe on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to his YouTube channel.
true that.
Enable the notifications by clicking the bell.
So without further ado,
without further ado,
Adwa.
I stole that from Jericho.
Adwa.
Adwa.
We bring you
Every Show Joe says go.
Then Monday, we got Jet Black Alley Cat with the Paternist, Headstrom, and the Borrowers of Rebel Lounge. There's also then Tuesday, we got Radkey back in town, which I saw them with, I think it was Reverend Horton Heat, and I think I was right. But yeah, really cool guys. They also even went on tour of the Descendants, if you just want to know. And, name drop here. And Dadado and the POC are those guys that are having a chance to open with them. So really cool stuff at Rebel Lounge. Then we got Ammo and the Sniffers. This is a band I just found 2 or 3 weeks ago. Been listening to the hell out of them. Really cool stuff. And they're playing with Heavy Breather Doms and Manhands at the Rhythm Room same night. Plus, Snailmate is over at the Lost Leaf. So, pretty decent Tuesday. And strangely tough choices. Man. Then Wednesday, we've got the Chats with Playboy Man Baby, Tommy and the Commies, and Puppy and Handjobs. Man, I just want to say that over and over. That's just, funny. And also, well done. I like how that just, all rolls off the tongue. Anyways, that's over at the Crescent Ballroom. Then moving down more on Wednesday, we've got Clementine with the Color 8, Audrey Hepburn, Danielle Dirac, excuse me, and Zoe Zobrust at the Rebel Lounge. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, there's a lot of Rebel Lounge shows on here. For one, they're awesome. So, just going to say, they're all to my taste. But, second of all, they're doing his National Independent Venue Week, if I remember right, or Independent Artist Week. So, yeah, that's part of that whole celebration. So, there's pretty much something every day at Rebel Lounge. And a lot of them I like, so you're going to hear them on this list this week. But moving down the list, we've got Horse Jumper of Love with Twin Ponies and Dueno at the Lunchbox. So, again, another opportunity to go check out the Lunchbox before they close their doors, unfortunately. Right there. We've got Punk Rock Speed Dating. That's back this Wednesday with Killing Sunday and Clam Slam at the Grid. There is Daz and Bree with Treasure Fruit and Lee Pereira at the Rhythm Room. And Guster with Kolars, which Kolars is awesome. If you haven't seen Kolars, it's a couple. And one of them, actually, she wears kind of a hard heel, I don't know, tap shoes, and actually will kind of drum by tapping on the drum and then doing some singing and stuff on top. It's really cool. But yeah, that's at the Van Buren. Then, I kind of noticing a typo. I'm going to there we go. I feel better now. Don't you feel better? You probably don't see this. Anyways, Thursday, we've got the Dolly Rats back in town and the Darts back from their trip to Europe, which, if you've been watching their Instagram, man, I gotta be envious, right? You gotta be envious. So beautiful where they're playing, all the surroundings, super cool stuff. Anyways, they're back, and they're here with Dolly Rats, plus our local shovel at the Yucca Tap, so really cool. We also got the Banter, there we go, at the Puro Cigar Bar, and the Bro Show. This pair, more comedy, but I want to put it on here because they're awesome. Go check them out at Stand Up Live on Thursday. So really cool, decent amount of options here on Thursday. Then wrapping this one up with Friday the 12th, we've got Authority Zero celebrating 25 years. Yes, 25 years. That means, man, they've been around for a while. And how old am I? Anyways, we're not going to go with that. But yeah, they're celebrating its 2-night event at the Rebel Lounge. This first night is all ages, and it's got Hit the Switch and Not Confined playing with them. So really cool. Speaking of really cool, we got a Planned Parenthood fundraiser, and that's with Audrey Hepburn, Bougainvillea, Snailmate Lifeguard, and Hugh Mongrel at Tobacco Row. So there you go. And, this one is cool. I mean, they're all cool, but this one is special. Let's go with that. That isn't for charity, though. I'm just going to... But Family Secret, a band that, well, their name kind of suggests it, but they kind of come together, but not often. they're playing this night too with Hall 13, Ape, and ADD at Rips Bar. So there's something special also if you're, especially the punk fans around Phoenix. We've got Habitual Residents with the Cadaver Dabadoos and Drug Thirsty Mule at Timeout Lounge. And then I think this is wrapping it up. We got Sarah Robinson Band with the Edisons and Future X's at the Rhythm Room. Rhythm Room having a lot of awesome stuff this week too. So some really awesome stuff coming through. Of course, like I said at the top, there's some awesome stuff coming through Yucca. And, well, first thing, not only can you buy your tickets for at least the non-free shows on yuccatap.com, you can pick them up and purchase physical tickets at Yucca Tap Room. Or you can actually go to, speaking of church and things, you can go there, no fee, pick up your tickets there. So, awesome stuff. And some of that stuff that's coming through. We got the Dolly Rots with the Darts and Shovel Thursday. We've got Civil War Rust on Friday at the Yucca Tap. And the Spooky, yes, I like that name, with the Voodoo and more on next Saturday. So, some awesome stuff coming through Yucca Tap. Of course, as you can see, I've got a sponsor, so that means I don't make a ton on here as a small guy on YouTube, and you can help me out in a couple of ways. First off, there should be a little icon either here or below the video that you can hit subscribe, get notifications when these go up, when concerts and consoles go up, that kind of stuff. Also, the second thing you can do is go to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Even $1 goes far, helps me out with a little bit of gas, helps me out with a little bit of the ticket costs, helps me out with all that kind of stuff, or even working on upgrading the tech and improving the quality of these things. So you can always help, and I appreciate it, and thank you guys. Let's see what else to mention. Tomorrow around 3 o'clock on twitch.tv/everyshowjoe, you can go watch me stream live with Krovac. I think it might be Broforce. That sounds like a good idea given 4th of July week. All right, nothing more patriotic than Broforce. But yes, we're going to be playing some video games with those guys live and then eventually on the YouTube, so you can check that out. I think that's it. I've got a pile of photos I got to still get to and process, and hopefully you'll see those pop up throughout the week on everyshowjoe.com. Of course, as always, you can keep up with me in real time on social media as Every Show Joe, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Instagram, that kind of stuff. Go watch that. And thank you, Tony, for Dumpster Up for the theme at the top. And I think we finally reached the end. And I'm not going to say end. But, yes, if you like what you hear, you want to support those bands, especially the local and the smaller guys touring, be sure to share it. Share it to your timeline. Share their Bandcamp. Share their music. Share it. Just help spread the word, because you're going to help them grow as your friends start to like them. And then as they grow, they're going to be like, well, shit, people are clamoring for more music. I guess we should make some new. And they're going to make more of that awesome music that you appreciate, that you got your friends hooked on. It's just all reciprocal. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Until next week, you guys take care, have fun, and enjoy the fucking awesome music.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Seriously, and of course this week much more girthier segment, if you will,
of the punk rock talk.
Of the punk, because not only well, I'm just talking about Joe, because remember what he was saying last week. It was just, you know, the holidays, like we said, there wasn't as many shows going on.
Yeah, it was kind of lackluster, if you will.
But the day after the 4th of July, Jeremy and myself played with Corridor 16 at Tempe Marketplace. It was kind of fun.
That was good. I heard it was good.
It was a different kind of experience for me, because I don't go out there and do like the working, gigging drummer thing like Shoei does very often, but I'm trying to get into it more now. And like, I had a good time. I played for 3 hours, or we played for 3 hours, and we switched up the set a few times, and we added different songs in each set, and it was just one of those things that was really fun.
Yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, Shoei's got a little vid.
Shoei's got some live vid.
It was fun, dude. It was really fun, and it was cool because like the people actually liked it.
Share the link to the YouTube comments, if you will.
Oh, I think it's just on his phone.
Yeah, but he can share the link to the.
Oh.
He's got the video recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because he showed up.
Yeah, he was actually there.
He picked up that bag and a bass drum mic.
So I wanted to announce real quick before we get any further.
Yes.
That this is the very last fucking sip that I have of PBR. So I am not going to be very fun
Same.
for the rest of this fucking episode. So fuck you all. And here it is.
And
Hold
Jaden,
on.
if you're listening, go to the store and get some beer, please.
Everybody just be quiet.
Oh, gosh. We got some water, buddy. We'll be all right.
You hear
He's so
that?
mad.
Hear that, YouTube? Podbean? Motherfuckers.
Sounds like a can accident.
Download our shit so we can buy more beer. We want to get paid for this shit too, okay?
Yeah. Good luck.
No, but we have Showy in the house.
Yes. Yes, we do. And Shoei, before we move forward, I want you to plug all of your shit, all of your bands, what you do, where people can find you, your social medias as well as your bands. I want you to plug
You don't do
everything,
this
bro.
at all. You don't do podcasts really. So
No,
we
Shoei
would like
doesn't.
you.
No, not
No.
really.
We would like you to look your sexy eyes right into the camera.
I don't look at them that often either.
You don't have to look into the camera. just let the people know like who you are, what you do, all your projects, because they're all great. We actually have 2 more songs lined up that you are a part of. So
Oh, so it's given to me. Make it quick. My name is Showy. Spell SHOWIE. I have just Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is SHO space WIE. And for Instagram, it's Drummer Showy. DRUMMER SHOWIE. It's that
Yes,
simple.
sir.
I'm simple. Play with 5 main bands right now. Main one is Ethan 103. And the second is Perfect Sense. Third one is Torn to Seam. And the fourth is Cerro Viejo. Fifth one is called Nothing New, but we're still in the creating
You can
status
also
right
find
now.
him gigging during the weekdays with...
Anybody during the week, actually.
You
As
spend
long
a
as you-
lot of time with, I want to say Johnny and the Show Walkers.
Oh God, yeah. My good friend I've known for years. Name Johnny Lee Gowans or John Gowans for
Yeah,
short.
it looks like you guys have a lot of fun when you go hang out with him.
It's a blast. We used to do just a duo acoustic gigs over in Flagstaff, Kingman, Laughlin, and here in the Valley.
Wow.
But
that's fun.
we started playing more here, and we needed an actual band, which we needed a bass player. So we got a good buddy, Christian Walker, and he's with us. And the first night he played with us at one of our gigs, he came up with the name. He just said, "Hey, how about Johnny and the Showwalkers?" I'm like, whoa, that sounded badass because it's Johnny, and
that's fucking
my
it.
last name is Showalter, and his last name is Walker. So he put that together, and as a fucking
Beautiful.
pro, he's like, how about Johnny and the Showwalkers? Like,
that's awesome.
and then Johnny's like, "Oh, I love it, yeah, J-Mo." That's how
awesome.
he always yells. So they're all just fucking cool.
But for sure, certainly every single Tuesday you can find Showy at Devil's Advocate in Tempe, Arizona, right off Rural and University Drive.
Hosting
in
his
Tempe,
open
Arizona.
mic.
Yes.
Yeah,
Him and Master Wayne have been celebrating his birthday every single
every
week
Tuesday.
for 8 years now, going on 9 in December.
Yeah, he's 1,763 years old right
God,
now.
you calculated that pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, actually, probably 62, because one of them was a holiday. Sorry, dude. But yeah, me and him, Master Wayne, the lead singer of Ethan 103, we just kind of came up with playing there. We didn't know how to do it at first, but we got used to it and met so many great musicians, like you guys as well, and many more that came from out of town.
It.
And then you stop it. And then met everybody else. Yeah, the staff there is real cool. It's tacos night, and we're there on the patio, even in the heat.
Yeah.
The staff is so friendly to everybody there, too.
Well,
To all of
dude,
us little punkers, they're so friendly to us.
you talk punk rock, okay? You got your punk rock people that show up, and then they get cheap tacos, and then they get a chance to fucking scream into a microphone with a guitar. Like, what more could you ask for? You just sign your name up. Oh, I'm a punk rocker. You don't even have to have a band, dude. Just like, if you got a couple like songs or whatever that you want to get off your chest, you can fucking go sign up at Devil's Advocate, play those songs, or you can go to Cosmic Soup and record them. Bam, bam, bam.
Nice.
Hit the button.
There we go. But yeah,
He doesn't need beer. He can't even hit the button.
I'm cut off. No, but honestly, to bring it back to the open mic nights, it's pretty awesome because I've seen a lot of people sign up and work on shit that like they're like, oh, I'm gonna start a band, you know, and we're like, okay, you know, and we support them, and then they play their open mic set, and then what, 3-4 months later, you see them at Yucca Tap Room with their band that they started, you know, and it's like, damn,
yeah, a lot of
you know?
people work out their stuff at Devil's Advocate, and I'm sure a lot of musicians appreciate that because even people without drummers, I noticed that you jam with them just to help them work out their stuff. Even like 2 guitar players, let's say, I've seen it a few times actually. Now that I mention it, you're basically just jamming with them to just kind of help them work out their stuff as well as just having a good time, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, they just kind of say, hey, we're gonna do this in like quick tempo, or they do a little like that kind of thing. It's weird for me to say it. But,
no, I get it. It's drummer talk.
Yeah, I can't repeat that. So then I just go in and do it, and then once I hear their riffs, like a couple of things, it just catches on, and then we just jam it, and then all of a sudden I'll see them join a band somewhere. I'll be like, I seen them play at my open mic. Now they're with this band, you know?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's a guitarist or a singer, or a bass player, or even the drummer there. I've seen a couple of drummers that played in my open mic. I see some of them play with gig bands over like Copper Blues or Murphy's Law, you know, all these other places. Yeah. So it's really cool to have our open mic as a full gear for over there because we have bass amps, guitar amps, drums in there.
Oh yeah, you have everything you need.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, every single Tuesday starting at 9 p.m.
10
p.m. Sorry about that. Show up at 9 though.
Yeah. Show up at 9.
Show up at 9 and eat some tacos and get some beers in you.
Yep.
Yeah, and then get your name on the list early.
Courage.
Mm-hmm. If mention that you heard this here at the Gio and Meatbag Show, get your name on the list early for a 0% discount. Yeah. You just have to hit up Shoei and say, where's the list? I'm sorry. I don't have a discount for you guys this week.
Hey, but you know what? Shoei's sitting right here. Maybe he could give you some special privileges if you mention this ad right now and then get you at the either top, wherever you want to be on the list.
He may jam with you a little bit.
I might.
Well, and that's one thing that I wanted to point out is that, like, we briefly touched on it, but you do have instruments and a drum kit there. And
yeah, everything's there.
Everything's there.
Anytime that anybody is like, hey, you know, I need a drummer for this, it's amazing watching them play because they will look at you for certain things that are supposed to switch up, and you're already like switching it up as a drummer because you know. And then to me, the most awesome thing is watching that guy look at you and go, holy shit, you already knew. And then he goes into his next part.
Yeah, it's really great when they look right at me and then they have that feeling good groove of just, you know, nailing it. And then I just feed it back to him. You know, it's always that chemistry, that out of the blue chemistry that happens. And then it just flows. I mean, you already kind of know where you're going to jam next, and they might too. And it just clicks.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So if we haven't put it in your head enough, if you want to go and you have a feeling of getting off the couch and taking these songs somewhere, go to an open mic at Devil's Advocate Tuesday nights. Get there at 9. Get some damn tacos in you. Get a couple drinks. And Shoei will talk to you. Mention that you heard it here. And Shoei will help you out. He'll give you special privileges that night, you know?
Hey, seriously. Guitar, drums, bass, PA provided every single Tuesday, 10 p.m. Devil's Advocate, Tempe, Arizona.
And I'll raise you one further. Guitarist, bassist, drummer, you know, provided.
Everybody, usually, I've noticed a lot of people just jam with each other there. It's really like a jam fest. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Wayne, he'll go ahead and pop on the bass guitar as well. And
I noticed that.
Feed off of that.
And
you
guys
guitar.
always kick it off to just like warm people up. Like, hey, don't be afraid. And it's always you and Wayne. And you guys always kick it off. Wayne will have his acoustic and he'll bust out a Bad Religion song or maybe an Ethan 103 original, which actually I want to ask you. I have 2 questions before we move forward.
What's up?
First thing is, How long have you and Ethan 103 been together? And just talk about like the origin of Ethan 103, where you guys came from. Because to me, I do know the story a little bit. Maybe some of the people who are listening don't, but to me, it's a really cool story. It almost reminds it was an inspiration for myself and Gio to move ourselves down here and just keep the band going. But please, just kind of like talk about Ethan 103 a little bit, where you guys come from and how long you guys have been together.
Try to make it short and sweet. It was mostly Master Wayne. He was always a singer. He's the older brother of Mikey, or Michael, but we call him Mikey.
He's
Mikey
Mike's older brother.
That's Mikey's older brother.
Damn, never knew that. Anyway, sorry.
And Mikey, I've known him since we were in elementary, up in the res in Window Rock or 40 Pints. So when we all moved here, he played some drums in their old band. They were called MIA in the res. And then when they moved here, they just came up with Ethan 103. Mikey moved to guitar, and they used to have their little brother Floyd on bass. And then they had this dude named Mike Shadow. They call him Shadow on drums. And, you know, they played for a while, and I was in a ska reggae band at the time. And they were just going through some little changes here and there.
But you guys all at one point did live in Window Rock together.
We all did, yeah. Up like 4.5 hours up north.
But Wayne and Mike were jamming in a separate band as you were doing what in Window Rock? You were actually in like a ska reggae band in Window Rock?
No. In high school, I was just barely starting out. Actually, I was in we were like starting out. We were just playing covers. Me and some friends of mine. We were called the Pikeys.
Nice.
It came from that movie Snatch. Those trailer park guys. And so you know, after high school, I moved here, and kept in touch with Mikey, and he told me he was playing with this band, and I went ahead and I was in a punk band here called Rhymes with Orange a long time ago, and that's how I met fucking Jeremy at the Real Bar. That's like my first home. That was before the Fish. Well, probably near the Fish. But the Real Bar was when I first met him, and Ricardo, and we lost touch for years. And then Ethan played a lot, and the drummer had to dip out for other priorities, and then I just went ahead and put myself out there, started playing with them.
Nice.
And then Floyd, he had to move back home, family stuff. And then Troy, he came in, he wanted to play bass, so we let him play. And that's how we are now.
Troy's such a cool guy. He's like really into bikes.
Yeah.
He builds some badass bikes, dude.
Yeah.
From what I see on his Instagram.
He does a lot of good biking nights with a lot of people to just go out there.
That's cool, man. Good deal. And then real quick, before we move forward, one drummer to another, what are your influences?
Oh, man.
No more holding back. I got you on blast.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Shoot. Okay. Nationally, locally. Obviously locally, because I'm influenced by all these great dudes.
Hell yes.
Shoot. They're not like from 1 to 10 or whatever.
No particular order.
No
chronological order. Why can't I say
Yeah, exactly.
Too much chronic.
I'm just gonna think names on the top. Danny Carey from Tool,
Nice.
Trey Cool from obviously Green Day, Tony Rhodes Jr. Now this dude Eric Moore, he's like a crazy drummer that plays with a lot of people throughout the world.
Insane. I know who Eric Moore is. He's absolutely insane. The guy is just like Never Ending Phil.
Yeah,
he's insane. I don't get it.
It's just, how does he do it? You know,
he's got them polyrhythms down. He's got everything down. Like seriously, he's just insane.
Let's see who else is there. Shoot.
Drummers.
I know, drummers. Locally as well. I'll name a few locally.
Please do.
Damn. Well, yeah, she's out there. One of my good friends. Her name is Yvette. When I first played, when I first saw her play, I was like, "Man, she's kick ass." She's playing
original drummer of Contradiction.
Great. Yeah,
Great
and that's how I met Billy and
Yep.
Her and Jeremy.
Yep.
That's the end of my good buddy Rich Duran, obviously from Miles to Nowhere.
Yes,
and
Rich is amazing. He's very pro.
Yeah,
very pro,
very cool dude.
Yes, very cool.
Awesome drummer. And let's see, trying to think of others, but hey, you know, you're gonna be coming up on my list, bro. You're getting better in your drumming, bro.
Thanks, man.
Like I see you play your guitar. Like, plays guitar too. Damn, dude. Oh no, he drums too. Damn. You know.
I try, man. I try. I figure after 20 years of doing it, I should be good. I'm at 15 now. About
good.
15. So at 20.
So tomorrow will be 16.
Exactly. If I was Master Wayne, tomorrow it would be 16.
Yeah.
You have to be the master first.
16,000.
You're just Prince right now.
Yeah, getting there. But anyways, dude, thank you very much. It's fucking cool to talk with Torn at the Seam and then kind of like dial it down to you because you have so much going on. We all know the Torn at the Seam guys. The only other person who's busy, which Arturo put himself out there and told you guys what he does on the side.
Yeah.
Jeremy also, he has no composure on the side. And then Shoei has a lot of things.
So the
on
only
side.
one who's not busy is Todd.
Yeah. Todd's the only one that's not in other projects in Tuffy.
Yeah,
but he's still a busy guy because he has tons of,
And Danny plays with who again?
He plays with Badfish. He plays with Captain Squeegee. He plays with Mouse Powell. And I know there's a lot of other projects that he's on.
His
I was speaking of Danny, so I'm on Facebook and this band just put out this video or whatever. They're like, "Oh, check out this 360 video," and so I'm watching it, and then sure enough, there's fucking Danny in the video.
He's like a Shoei, just as everywhere.
Yeah. All over the place.
That's really cool. And
and if I may, I just had a couple here, the local too. Real quick,
please.
Yeah, my buddy Oscar Colasso with Nomada.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Him and my great friend I've known for years since I moved here, Raf Kalaka.
Yes.
He's
nice.
like his new band, the Las Calacas. They're just great, man.
That's cool.
So those guys, they went ahead and showed me a good style of rock, Mexi rock or cumbia.
Nice.
And that's how I kind of. So I'm learning from everybody, and I, admire them and respect them very much.
I know it's more of a humorous kind of act, but like kind of pinata protest.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I know that they're
band
kind
was
of
cool,
goofy.
yeah.
I know they're kind of goofy, not in a bad sense. They're just fucking hilarious when they get out there. They try to be funny.
Those guys.
Yeah.
Well, their music is very awesome, but their stage act is just like entertaining.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen them a couple of times, and they just, especially the singer, he has a little tiny trumpet in that band, and he's like wailing on it.
These little things.
The most littlest things make
and
it
then
sound
he's
so
wearing
great
a fucking
out there.
cowboy hat. And it's so funny. And then you'll see him with an accordion, and that's fucking hilarious too. Because the first time I ever seen a rock musician bust out an accordion was Chris Novoselic in Nirvana, and when they were doing the Unplugged thing. I just thought it was funny. I'm like, this guy's a hard rocker and he's playing an accordion. It's like if you've seen Dave Grohl playing flute, it just looked funny. I don't know.
Yeah, they're squeezing and pulling air and making sound like it.
Yeah, and actually and being in key as well. Like it's very I think difficult.
Oh,
but how do they know
accordion.
all those buttons on the side? There's like
A lot of buttons.
30 to 40, 50 buttons on there.
Right.
What is that?
It's like a Fender Jaguar. What's up with all these switches? This is confusing.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Anyways, dude, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. We
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed talking to you. We have a great time hanging with you. We play a lot of shows together. All that good stuff.
Well,
man.
like you said, it was cool to go from Torn at the Seam to just Shoei.
Yeah.
Because
We gotta
Shoei is involved.
We gotta break it down with Shoei.
He's like a Kit Kat bar. We gotta break a piece of him off, and
then
get
now,
just the exclusive.
And then now everybody knows what Shoei does.
Yeah.
He doesn't do podcasts often. So thank you.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
cool to talk about you for a little bit there.
Yeah, Meatbag, I wanted to say one thing real quick.
What?
Put on your headphones. Put on your headphones.
My headphones are
'cause
plugged in.
This is going to be good. Ready?
Oh,
we lost sound. Did we lose sound on my phone?
no.
Oh, okay.
You turned your volume down when you were sharing links.
Don't you ever tell me that again, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, Meatbag, I retract that. This doesn't go to you. This goes to
Let's hear it.
Gio. Shut up! All right. Let's get into some music here real quick.
All right, what do we got coming up next, Gio?
We actually have 2 songs back to back.
Back to back.
And they just so happen to be both of Shoei's projects.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
the first one would be Break the Sky.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
And then what we got coming up after that?
After that is Ethan 103 with 500.
Nice. 500.
500.
500. It's fucking 2019, guys.
It's
Anyways,
actually, it's 500 if you want to look it up.
500.
500.
You know what we say, motherfuckers.
500. All right.
All right, guys.
So.
Thank you, Shoei. And,
Thank you.
Thank you, Shoei, for gracing us with your presence. Jeremy?
Thank you, guys.
Why don't you go ahead and cue up that next music break sample we got going? This is Break the Sky by Perfect Sense.
Break the sky. I know I won't get it right, but
Welcome back, everybody,
He's so mad.
to the goddamn Gio and Meatbag Show, episode number 58. Bam, bam, bam. I'm mad.
Oh, well,
Not only
it was good to have Shoei in here for a little bit.
did Shoei leave, but we're out of fucking PBR. Oh my
Just gonna
god.
have to drink water.
It's up to you guys to do the rest of this podcast by yourselves.
It's up to you guys to do the right thing and go to gioandmeatbag.podbean.com and you can download this episode entirely for free as well as our previous episodes.
Good swerve.
Yes.
I like that.
I'm trying to keep it positive because you're being a negative shit.
I'm
just
mad.
kidding.
I'm so mad.
It was really good to have Shoei in the house. I love Shoei. He's such a good dude. We kind of broke down what he's doing a little bit, you know what I mean, as well as talking about Torn at the Seam, their upcoming awesomeness. And, yeah, I think it's time to move forward. We got a little bit of wrestling to talk.
Oh my God.
We got a little bit of wrestling to talk.
We don't have a whole lot.
Part 2 of the Gio and Meatbag
Here's
Show.
part 2.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe split them up, part 1, part 2. Give everybody their wrestling shit. Gio's like, no.
Let's just do this right here.
That's right. We're getting the tables tonight because
we got some wrestling to talk.
Yes, we got Fight for the Fallen coming up. That's right, motherfuckers. It's going to be here July 13th. You can watch it for free on BR Live again. So that's going to be awesome.
But before you go any further on that, you have some, we don't have to open this up, but you have some G1 Supercard notes, which is the haps right now.
Yes, I definitely do. And then
started last night.
Yes, and we do also have to talk about the G1 Climax. The first round was last night. We're definitely going to talk about that for sure. Let's hype up this AEW really quick.
Yeah.
We got Saturday, July 13th, streaming for free on BR Live. The buy-in starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Fight for the Fallen starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And so far on the card, looks like Y2 Jericho himself, Mr. AEW, will be making an appearance, so he's probably going to cut a promo. Maybe a little interaction with Adam Page. Maybe Adam comes out, and then you get a little stare down. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And so what was announced recently, which looks like a really cool match, you have the 6-man tag match with Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, Joey Janela versus MJF, Sammy Guevara, and Sean Spears. And we've noticed that Sean Spears
so badass.
and MJF have had like a little bit of altercations here and there, especially at Double or Nothing.
Fighter Fest, Sean Spears came out and hit Cody with the chair.
Right. So we'll see how MJF and Sean Spears act on it.
Because Cody is MJF's best friend.
Yeah. So we'll see how well they can act together as a team.
Yeah.
How will they do? We don't know. You'll find out this Saturday, folks.
Wait, let me see real quick. MJF is on the same team as Sean Spears
and Sammy Guevara.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be cool.
Hell of a 6-man tag match, I'll tell you that
Oh
much.
yeah.
And it's nice to see Sean Spears in action because this will be his first actual match, not just an entrant in like a battle royale. Let's say.
Yeah.
So you have, this is also announced, Kenny Omega versus Shima. And we have this correctly, Shima.
Yeah.
We obviously seen Shima can pull off some badass shit with this match at the most recent pay-per-view with Christopher Daniels.
Yes.
That was really good. And I'm stoked to see Kenny Omega in a one-on-one match.
If you haven't watched it, you can actually still go back and watch on
BR Live.
in America on BR Live.
Yeah. Really cool.
It's actually, it's great.
I've watched it like
Shima
3
versus
times.
Daniels is like really good because we touched on it before. I actually predicted, not to put myself over or anything, but that Daniels was gonna give the match to Shima to just showcase
put him over,
what he can do, and put him over, and put him over in the classic term, not just like it gets thrown around a lot lately. Like, wrestlers putting other wrestlers over.
Sure.
Yeah. But this was like a classic sense of, I'm going to put this guy over.
Oh yeah, of
Just,
course.
To show this American audience what this guy is capable of.
Well, in my opinion, AEW is very classy like that.
Yeah,
So
they are very classy. That's a very good way to put it.
I think that it's just a great look.
Yes!
Great look.
Yes! Yes!
All right, and so we have a women's singles match. You have Brandy appearing in her first
ever
AEW
match.
Singles match against Allie.
Yeah.
So this will be a good one. I think that they will tear the house down for the women's match.
Yeah.
Because you got to showcase the women. Because
Not
the
only
women,
is it like, well, I know Allie had her match on the Fighter Fest, but it's going to give her some more spotlight. And then it's also going to, like, everybody's going to be wondering how Brandy is doing ring-wise.
Right.
So
Right.
it's going to really showcase that. And hopefully the ladies can, like you said, tear the fucking house down.
Right. Absolutely. And what I'm really stoked about is because both of these guys are on winning streaks right now. He only had, I think he had a tag match. Kip Sabian did not have a tag match after his win against Sammy Guevara at Double or Nothing. But
Not
you have
on AEW record.
You have Kip Sabian 1-0 versus Hangman Page 2-0.
Yeah.
And it's cool because the wins and losses record, like, it means something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's cool. And
I know we're not doing predictions right now.
no,
but
we're not.
Hangy.
Of course, he's gonna go 3-0.
No,
Yeah, for sure.
He has to.
But it's cool, man. You're gonna have Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian did some commentary on the most recent pay-per-view while they had that four-man, the Fatal Four-Way with MJF, Jungle Boy, Jimmy Havoc, and Hangman Page.
Yeah.
And then you had Kip Sabian on commentary. I thought that was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really cool.
So that's going to be awesome. We got also, which is what everyone's been hyped about since Double or Nothing.
I
the
don't
Bucks.
need a friend. I don't need a partner. I need my older brother.
You got the Bucks versus Cody and Dustin Rhodes. That's going to be a super awesome match. I think you're going to see some really cool shit in that match.
Dude,
I
it's
think
going to be
super.
Dude, I don't know. The Bucks have this sort of thing to where they just put on the best match of the whole fucking card.
Oh my god! Of course they do. They're just really fucking
good,
talented. They're the best tag team in the world. Jim Ross said it best. They're the best tag team in the world in his opinion. And if good old JR gives you his opinion on the best tag team in the world, it's probably a guarantee.
It's like
just saying.
You get to a
that's
TV
the seal
taping.
of approval.
You get to a TV taping in AEW like 2 years down the road, and then they hand you a piece of paper that says you have to fight the Young Bucks.
Fatality.
There it goes. You're done.
Seriously, man. Young Bucks, great tag team. That's basically it for AEW. Maybe something else will be announced.
So when is it? This
Fight for
Saturday?
the Fallen. It's going to be this Saturday, streaming for free on BR Live.
So when are you guys gonna do your predictions then?
We're not really gonna predict this one.
Oh,
We're just gonna.
Well, maybe we can get together during the week and do a little.
Okay.
Maybe after.
Okay.
Maybe during the middle of the week we can get together for like an hour and do like a little hour
Let's
podcast.
do a pre-recorded just not a podcast. Just do a pre-recorded predictions list for this.
Yeah, it could be like
card.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or
and then we'll plug it in.
Or folks.
Because we got to have a tiebreaker.
Or folks. Maybe we can do a watch along.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We haven't done one of those yet.
Yeah. No, that'd be totally cool.
We can do a watch along. I think that'd be awesome.
We can dip our toes in that.
I got the adapter now, so.
Dude, he's got an adapter.
I got the adapter, so we can stream it on the TV.
Holy shit.
We could maybe do a watch along.
Okay, so.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll announce on social media exactly what we're going to do.
We'll let you know what we're going to do.
But we'll come up with something there for we can hype up Fight for the Fallen a little bit so we can get that momentum going, that moving fast, that train's rolling before we get to All Out in August, baby. It's going to be awesome.
You missed it.
I didn't.
This one.
I was talking.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
Yeah, fucking right.
You're
in the
talking
pussy.
like going fast.
Yeah.
No, but I actually want to bring up a little bit of a WWE.
WWE.
So we have, as everybody knows now, that Paul Heyman is going to, it actually is now behind Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, executive director.
Yeah.
And his first show was fucking awesome, in my opinion.
Last week.
Thought it was great.
Eric Bischoff is set to take hold of SmackDown after Extreme Rules.
Yes, we didn't know that last week.
Yeah.
We weren't 100% sure, but I listened to his podcast the day after ours came out, and that was where he announced that he was taking a little vacation and with his wife, and then he was going to move to Connecticut, I'm pretty sure, where WWE's headquarters are. And then he was going to start his role on SmackDown ASAP, we'll say.
So what I wanted to point out is that not only was Raw significantly better, but the next pay-per-view that we have set up is Extreme Rules, which if you date it back, it ties back to ECW One Night Stand or just ECW match in general, Extreme Rules. And we have Paul Heyman running the flagship show, Monday Night Raw. So I don't know if anybody's even caught that yet.
I don't think it's just because, the product might have been stale to some people lately before Heyman took over. Maybe the hype isn't quite there yet, but we also have, we also have some more Raw and SmackDown coming to really help with the hype of that.
Oh, yeah. But I thought it was pretty cool because maybe WWE didn't even catch it,
Maybe not.
Their upcoming pay-per-view, when Paul Heyman grabbed the reins of the ship,
just kind of goes over the head
is Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules?
Yeah, and okay,
those,
And so if you haven't watched last week's Monday Night Raw, started out with was it a last man standing or it was falls count anywhere. Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, they actually broke through the stage. Braun Strowman speared Bobby Lashley and broke the stage. There's plenty of explosions.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. It was super fucking cool.
So, there's speculation that the stage might actually change now because of that, and which would be kind of cool. Like, okay, Paul Heyman is like paying attention to every little detail. Like the rest of the night, you had that patch out. It was like
a hole in the stage.
Yeah, a hole in the stage. It was like blinking and sparking and shit throughout the rest of the night. Like, I don't know. Where I'm going is like we've had years and years of just PG stories skipping shit. Just like, oh, you're supposed to believe this. Oh wait, we're trash canning that. Now go with this on the fly. And it's like, what are you doing, WWE? And it was just years and years of this. And that's why, people are so excited about AEW and everything. But when you get somebody in charge of Monday Night Raw that's actually drawing back to that storytelling, getting you interested on why you're actually caring about all of these characters, it's going to be good. And I've also heard that WWE superstars are not allowed to go on social media and talk about any other promotions when it comes to wrestling.
It's probably it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Just to protect whatever.
Which to me was like, okay, they're actually changing their gears and this is going to be a war. Right.
And I think we're going to have a cool Extreme Rules. You got Kofi versus you know what? I can actually pull that up real quick. You're going to have I know for sure for the WWE Championship, you are having Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. That's going to be a fucking match. Let's talk about that for a second. Seriously.
I really like Kofi's push. I love everything they're doing with Kofi right now. It was a great WrestleMania moment, but I think it's time for Joe to have his fucking title run, and he's well deserved it. Whether he's a heel or face, it doesn't matter. He needs to have that title and it's gonna build him to be just on another level
Right,
of
right.
where he actually should
Joe
be.
just dropped the title too, so the
The
U.S.
US,
title.
yeah.
So we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm rooting for Joe just because I think he's amazing. I think
Yeah.
Joe is one of the best talkers in the business.
He's one of the best workers in the
Seriously,
business.
he's great.
He's been there forever,
And then
and he needs it.
And then also speaking of the top titles, in a winner takes all match, you got Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus Corbin and Lacey Evans. And a winner takes all, Universal Championship and Raw Women's Championship are on the line. What do you think about that? You think that's kind of cool?
Yeah and no at the same time, because
First off, why do you think it's cool?
because I think it's cool, because I think that may be the first ever winner take all in that type of scenario.
Which
like
is like
a man
the
and woman
scenario
versus a
itself
man
is what
versus
you're
woman.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Like whoever gets the first pin, that team wins the title.
Everything.
Like, yeah,
right. I
that's-
could see that. I
that's
like
cool.
that. That's
You
a
know,
cool
it's like-
stipulation.
It might seem stupid to some people, but it's like whatever, that puts it all on the line. But at the same time,
yeah. What's the downfall? What are you
I don't
looking
think
down on? kind of?
Corbin and Evans should have had that slot. I think that should have gone to like maybe a Jimmy and Naomi.
Yeah,
or
you
like
know,
a-
I understand. You see how they're trying to really push, obviously, Lacey Evans and
Yeah.
Baron Corbin. They're trying to make Baron Corbin the biggest heel in WWE, which he is right now. But you know, a lot of people aren't buying it.
No,
just from what I'm seeing.
It's just like with every other superstar that the people don't buy. You can see it in their face. Like when you saw Roman Reigns before he left to go deal with his leukemia, he was kind of like deer in the headlights in the camera a little bit, and like
Right,
stumbling
right.
upon his words. When he came back, he just knew what it took, and he's been like delivering promos and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
really,
yeah.
really well. Like you can see that, like with Baron Corbin, he just has this like I'm on live TV look on his face,
right?
Instead of like I'm capturing live TV and capturing all of you, you know, and like that's what it takes. It's make or break with a superstar. Like you can
Right.
see Kofi like really just kind of like get loose and like start spitting his promo, and then you see like Baron Corbin and he's like, you know what I'm gonna do to you.
So he seems a little
You know?
bit. He's not as loose as
Yeah.
Kofi, is what you're saying.
and like
And
there's
let's throw out
plenty of
Samoa Joe there
superstars-
as well, just
Yeah.
because we know he's one of the best talkers around. He's just not as loose and as confident, maybe because of
Mhm.
experience. You know,
Like, you can even put Miz and Maurice in that slot, and they don't even have to be heels. Like, it could be Miz and Maurice versus Seth and Becky.
and you remember recently, not too long ago, when they did Miz and Maurice versus Cena and Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
And how little of build-up that match had, but everybody was stoked for it at WrestleMania,
Right.
just because like Miz and Maurice did such a great job
Yeah.
that quick and being heels, because they're both great talkers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and obviously Cena and Nikki Bella, baby faces of the
Yeah.
situation. And that turned out to be a great mixed tag match. I like mixed tag matches a lot. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
I wish the girls and the guys will rough each other up a little bit more, but you know, it's 2019, things have changed.
Well, if I was on Facebook today, and WWE posted like a mixed match challenged highlights of like this last season. And it was all just pretty much like the kind of funny shit and silly shit that happened in the ring, you know, but like it was funny, you know, seeing like Carmella and R-Truth go into a dance break, and then on the other side you have like, I want to say it was like Cesaro started dancing to or something like that.
no.
Like, you know, like it was just, you know, it kind of gave that whole fun vibe to like, this is why we watch wrestling, because we can do silly shit like this.
Right.
You know, and everybody loves it.
Right.
So,
And yeah, so that'll be an interesting match. We'll see what happens with the Raw and SmackDown yet to come. Apparently there is going to be like a legit draft, because SmackDown's going to Fox, and like even
Yeah.
like I heard Shane Helms talk about it on Conan's podcast. he's getting ready to go strictly to Raw. He's going to be strictly Raw.
Oh wow.
And right now since he's a backstage producer, he's working Raw, SmackDown, house shows, and pay-per-views. So when SmackDown goes to Fox, he's going to be working just strictly Raw, those pay-per-views and whatnot. So I just wanted to throw that out there. There's going to be a big change in the air, I think,
Right.
maybe before SummerSlam, maybe after SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
I don't
I
know
hope-
the exact date on when SmackDown's coming to going to Fox, but it's in the fall.
I kind of hope they change up the stage a little bit and like give it its own feel each show.
Sure,
you know?
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. Speaking of which, let's just keep going through this Extreme Rules card. What we have so far, you got Bayley versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I think obviously that's going to be a great match because Alexa Bliss, one of the top girls in the top women in the business in WWE, as well as Bayley, both great competitors. Alexa doing her classic heel work with the Nikki Cross and like trying to manipulate her into getting that SmackDown title shot, women's title shot rather, and Alexa being a great heel as always.
Oh yeah.
And then babyface Bayley, of course, as always, great babyface. So that'll be a great match. I think athletically we're going to see just a great match.
Yeah.
And then also, speaking of championship matches, Drew Gallagher versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship. I think it's basically a rematch.
Oh yeah.
Super stoked for this one just because the 205 guys just put on a fucking clinic. you know,
Yeah.
As always.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, Mr. 8-Abs Tony Nese is going to, maybe he'll...
Which I think everybody should watch more 205 because that's good wrestling.
Yes, absolutely.
It gets overshadowed a lot.
Right. 205's great. I love 205.
I don't watch every episode, but
I don't even watch...
I think we all should, starting now.
Right. I do watch WWE, but I only watch the highlights. That's why I can't really, with Baron Corbin's promos, I don't really watch them a lot.
Yeah.
I don't really watch them a lot. I watch the wrestling and the results, and that's kind of what I'm into. I'm not really into, the talking and the backstage drama and all that shit.
I miss a big chunk of Raw, too, because I watched Hulu, and they cut out, half of the fucking show.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I just watch the highlights every week, so I at least know what's going on, and I get to see some good wrestling. So, and there's nothing to complain about because when someone comes out and does a crappy promo, I don't have anything to complain about. I didn't hear it. So, but anyways, that'll be a great match as well as the New Day versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, and recently thrown into the match, Heavy Machinery. So we got a fucking badass
triple threat.
Yes, triple threat tag team match. That's going to be super awesome. And then you have this Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. Since Undertaker showed back up, WWE and Raw had gotten a lot of views.
Yeah.
It was, they're really trying to hype up SummerSlam, I think. And it's kind of interesting to see Taker and Roman teaming because of their WrestleMania 35 situation
which he actually went on to say, Taker went on to say that Roman Reigns never asked for my help. I just basically came out to claim your dirty ass souls.
Yeah, Taker's such a badass.
Yeah.
And we talked about the lighting setup and the pyro for his promo. It was really good, right?
Yeah,
it was really good. So shout out to Heyman for that. And I think Extreme Rules is going to be awesome. We'll see if any more matches are going to come to that.
I really hope Extreme Rules has that ECW kind of vibe to it because
hopefully, man.
I know Paul's going to throw that out there oh, hey, by the way, you know what this pay-per-view is inspired by, right?
Right. Moving on real quick, the results of the G1 Climax first round.
Yes, which happened Saturday
There was a
night.
great pre-show. You had a lot of good matches. You had GOD versus... we'll just move past the pre-show just because we've kind of taken a long time with it. The pre-show is a really good show. I watched the whole entire thing.
No disrespect.
No disrespect at all. We just don't have a lot of time. But the first match of the official tournament was... Am I looking at this right? Yes, I am. Lance Archer versus Will Ospreay, and that was kind of who I was going for, just because there's a lot of hype behind Ospreay. Junior heavyweight championship, as well as winner of the Super Juniors tournament, and he lost last night. Lance Archer looked like a monster. It was a fucking
Damn.
It was a great match, but unfortunately, my pick lost. We'll see what happens from there. And then you had Bad Luck Fail versus Evil, and Fail won. It was a big man match. Both dudes are just monsters, and it was a really cool match. A lot of good spots. Two big boys wrestled for fucking 12 minutes, too.
Damn.
It was great. You've seen a lot of cool spots. Sonata and Zack Sabre Jr., that was a huge 20-minute match, just huge spots. I really liked how Zack Sabre Jr. looked great as a heel. Sonata kind of won me over. I really like him a lot now. After watching that match, I really like him. Sonata came out with the win, so he advances in that. And Kenta, aka, well, he is Kenta, and then when he was in NXT, he was Hideo Itami.
Itami, yeah.
And then now he's back to Kenta. He defeated Kota Ibushi last night, and that kind of tripped me out because I thought that Ibushi has been losing a lot lately. He lost tonight, though, at Dominion, and then now he lost to Kenta at the very first round of the G1.
That was my pick, dude. One of my picks was Ibushi.
It was a trip, dude.
It's like, what the
Can't believe it. And Okada, the heavyweight champ, the IWGP heavyweight champ, he defeated Tanahashi.
My other pick.
That was a really good match as well. I can't wait. You got a really good schedule coming up. It's going to be an entire month of wrestling. So
shout
stay tuned, guys.
out to my cousin Colton, who was actually in attendance of that show. And he was like fucking third row back. I'm like,
it's at the show in Dallas, huh?
Dude, I was
That's
so
awesome.
jealous. I was so jealous.
That's awesome.
Because, like, you know, I was like a part of Double or Nothing. You were as well.
Sure.
But just like that was like, damn, that's so
huge.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Good
Like,
shit.
What I did was kind of like sell out shit now in retrospect. Like, oh, Double or Nothing, that's too big. This
Right.
is a G1 supercard.
Right?
It's like underground shit.
Dude,
I don't know.
So it's just cool. It's a really cool time in wrestling right now because you have the biggest tournament in professional wrestling going on in New Japan. All Elite Wrestling has Fight for the Fallen coming up, which is a very, very great cause. There'll be ways to donate if you guys just watch the show on BR Live for free, completely free. And then with Extreme Rules coming up, I think we got some good wrestling happening. I love when there's multiple things going on. I'm really starting to adapt to that. I really like New Japan. I officially am subscribed now.
Yeah.
So
well, it's just
for
wrestling...
9.99 yen, which is like 9.54.
Which is like
hour.
4 songs at the studio.
It's cool, dude. It's really cool. It's really cool.
It's a really good time for wrestling.
Yes.
It's a really fucking good.
So folks,
era.
get out there, watch some wrestling because you got New Japan, which is $9.50 a month for all their stuff. It's like WWE Network, which is also $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
And then All Elite Wrestling has yet to announce their network. I'm sure they'll have something that's probably $10 a month as well. And you'll be able to
you should probably just get cable so that you can watch their show on TNT.
Yeah, which is set to debut in fall, their TV show, All Elite Wrestling. So it's a really good time
around the
to be a
same
wrestling
time
fan.
that SmackDown is going to move to Fox.
But SmackDown's going to be on Fridays.
Yeah,
SmackDown's
well,
gonna
I
be on
mean,
Fridays.
Regardless, it's going to be like
it is going to be
in
the same
fall.
time. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
But
good
all right,
shit.
so
good shit. Tons of good wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered just about everything there is to cover with it.
So let's listen to music and get rid of this.
The bottom line.
Yeah. Tell 'em, Steve.
I think you're right, Meatbag. Gosh darn it. So, real quick, before we get into some music, I need you guys to explain what the music is that we're about to get into.
Okay.
Because we kind of opened up a little bit last week saying that we are going to trickle out some music up until the release of the album of this music. So, I want to talk some No Composure real quick.
Yeah.
We already have the album release date of July 13th, which is Billy Russell Day.
Absolutely.
And it also happens to be the day that we play the grid as Squared.
Oh yeah, a lot of shit going on that day.
You know I'm going to be plugging that shit.
Yes, so to get you guys pumped up for that show, July 13th at the Grid, $5 at the door. It's going to be Skull Drug, FOL, and Squared, the punk scene meetup. It's going to be great. While you guys are getting pumped up for that show, I want you guys to get on Bandcamp and Spotify and Apple Music and all the good places that you find your streaming shit or where you stream your shit. And look up No Composure. Moving Along is going to be the name of the EP.
Yep.
And you're going to hear 5 great fucking songs, in my opinion. So I hope you guys really enjoy it. It'll be something to pump you up for the show and go out to the show that night. I might have some physical copies on me. So come talk to me.
Ooh. Slinging them CDs out the trunk. It's Jeremy.
Hey, it's 1990.
You're the master here at Cosmic Soup Recording.
Yes, he is.
Allegedly.
One of our sponsors here on the Gio and Meatbag Show.
That's how you hear Squared. That's how you hear No Composure, Torn at the Seam, and several other great bands.
Oh, yeah. So, you are the gatekeeper, the access key holder to this track.
Is it in my email?
Yes, it is in your email.
Oh. Looks like I
you
am
are the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper.
You sound like the chick from Ghostbusters. It's all possessed.
Oh yeah. Sigourney Weaver.
All right.
Master.
You want to go ahead and introduce the song, Meatbag and Jeremy?
I do. I actually really do.
You guys do it together. Hold hands.
So this was a cool riff that we just started playing when we were jamming one day, and we kind of did like a little recording of it, and then Meatbag was asking me like, you know, what kind of lyrics we should use for it, and I said, hey, I've got some lyrics that are from Billy out of his lyric book that he had probably when he was like 17, 18 years old. And I kind of picked these ones out specifically because I thought they were pretty cool. And I sent them to him, and he's like, oh yeah, this is perfect. And so we kind of...
At first I thought they were Jeremy's lyrics.
Yeah.
I was like, Jeremy, this is great lyrics.
Yeah, and so then we kind of changed the song around to fit the lyrics, and it worked out great. I love what Meatbag did with them. You know, we kind of made a chorus out of the title, and it worked out really well. And
it's very fitting because we feel born again as a band, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the title of the
Nice.
song, Born Again.
Well, and
the lyrics are written by Billy Russell.
Billy.
So
Yeah,
Billy
that's
Stevens
fucking
thought
awesome.
that Meatbag wrote them.
Yeah, yeah, we all thought that
So
somebody else in the band
everybody thought that somebody else wrote them, but they were all written by Billy. Hey, what a way to just be like, ha ha, from Billy, you know?
right? And this is the first time I'm hearing the mastered version.
Well,
it's not mastered yet,
It's not
or is it? No. Well, it's the first time I've heard the mixed version, I think.
Sure.
All right,
you guys
everybody.
put me on the spot.
All right.
Okay.
Is it mastered?
No, it's
Is
not.
it mastered?
It's good enough for the podcast.
All right. It's good enough for the podcast. I'll take it.
All right, guys. So here's some brand new No Composure. Hopefully, we'll get a YouTube video out to you guys so you guys can listen, or at least put it on Bandcamp so you guys can listen to it. This is
you have
No
to
Composure.
download the album so you can hear the mastered version.
Yeah, you have to buy the album. But this is No Composure with our second single, Born Again. was No Composure with Born Again. You can get our album on Bandcamp. July 13th.
Sluts These Days. Uptown.
Thank you very much for listening to Gio and Meatbag
Wash your face, change your face, up the train to ride in the town to ride the merry-go-round again. But someone's got my favorite horse, so I plan a change of course. Up the bus, then I head up town again. Candles make a wish, maybe eat your favorite dish. Hear the sound, so we head downtown again. Finally got a hold of Wheezy, then we found the drugs real easy. Mission complete, so we head uptown again. Uptown, 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 uptown.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sluts These Days with Uptown.
Great fucking band.
Off the album, Roosevelt Row Hipsters Are Former Hardcore Kids.
They're so funny. I love their album titles and all their song titles. And I love the promo code. STD. We use it here
Hashtag
every week.
STD.
Hashtag. Hey, so those were some great segments we just had. I liked how we got to talk with Torn at the Seam, and then we really broke down Shoei a lot because he got so much going on. There's so much good wrestling going on with New Japan Pro Wrestling, with WWE and All Elite Wrestling. Like we're looking good here, boss.
Wrestling's a good place to be right now.
We're looking good, boss. You're not looking good.
I'm looking like shit right now.
Fired. Anyways, so it's time to move forward.
Let's move forward.
I'm going to let Jeremy think about his Black Hole of the Week choice for a second because he might want to change it now that you just told what you did.
Hey, I think we have a message from the Roadster.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
We got some...
Mr. Roadie himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
Yeah. I think it's time to get into... What do you want to call... What do we call it?
Road facts, I guess.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, we had a competition and nobody commented.
No.
It was,
nobody even commented for a free No Composure shirt.
Facts of the Road.
That's a road fact right there.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Facts of the Road. I like that.
This is the Facts of the Road with Roadie.
Oh, hey guys. It's me, the Roadie, and I got some facts for you. So, let's just jump right into it, shall we? Today's facts, by the way, are about the 50s. So we're going to jump in my time machine and go to the 50s.
Oh, Stabby's got a time machine.
Messaging.
He's got a time machine.
On January 3rd, 1959, Alaska became the 49th state in the U.S. of A. America. Then, on August 21st, 1959, Hawaii became the 50th.
Oh, wow.
Charlie Brown and the rest of the Peanut Gang, we all know and love. They were made in the 50s.
Of course.
TV dinners were introduced in 1953.
And have been keeping me alive ever since.
Disneyland opened its Anaheim, California
Location July 17th, 1955. Dr. Seuss published his landmark book, The Cat in the Hat,
Ooh.
1957.
Damn,
So
son.
that's cool. I like The Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat's sick.
Also in 1957, there were 4.3 billion babies born in that year.
Damn.
I think they called it it was like the baby boom.
Baby
year.
boom. Baby
So many
boom.
fucking
Yeah.
babies born.
I was there. I was there.
I love people, kids.
I kissed all those babies on the forehead.
The average cost of a new car in the 1950s was $1,510. Those are your facts. I'm the roadie. I hope you all have a great fucking day.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rody. We appreciate everything that you've ever done for us here at the Gio and Meatbag Show. That was your facts of the road.
Dude. I like how Jeremy puts his little picture up here for the YouTube audience.
Yeah. So you guys can actually see the roadie.
It's an authentic fucking experience here at the Gio and Meatbag Show. So you guys need to sub to us on the YouTubes. All right? Gio and Meatbag.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of Gio and Meatbag Show,
what?
We wouldn't be brought to you here without our sponsors like Cosmic Soup and Bodacious Prince.
Yes, and I am going to have you tell all the people about Bodacious Prince because you always have the notes, and I look stupid because I always forget the notes.
Okay, well, all right. So you can check it out. It's facebook.com/BodaciousAZ, and or you can write them on bodacious@gmail.com. They specialize in heat sublimation transfers and screen printing. They do all kinds of hats, hoodies, patches, koozies, mugs, pint glasses, you name it. It's perfect for bands, businesses, teams, parties, etc. If you've ever had that shirt that you wanted printed, Bodacious Prints can do that for you at a low, low price. Their single color screen print shirts start at just $6 each, with the exception of double XL. That's going to be an extra charge. Not a huge extra charge, no big deal. Hats starting at $6 each. They have no screen setup fees, which is a huge deal.
And no minimum orders.
Also huge deal.
Like, you can order one shirt.
Yeah. I mean, we don't recommend it, but hey, if you want one shirt, they'll print you one fucking shirt.
Exactly, guys. Please, Bodacious AZ on Facebook and as well as Instagram. Gio gave you the email. That is bodacious@gmail.com. That's where you can get your quotes.
Yep.
So please reach out to them.
To set up a project, they can help you out if you want koozies. Like I said, koozies, hats, whatever you need, patches, pins. They do all kinds of stuff.
Maybe it's a semi-idea. Maybe they can help you bring it to life. They're very artistic and creative people.
Well, yeah, you have Lola down there that she can pretty much draw anything. She's great.
Yeah, and then you have Chris of FOL. He's an amazing, fucking artist himself. He writes great songs, and,
yeah.
He's a big supporter here at the Gio and Meatbag Show, so we appreciate Bodacious Prince big time.
Yeah.
Yep.
As much as we appreciate Jeremy from Cosmic Soup Recording, which
That's
we
right,
are
folks.
sitting our plump asses in right now.
And you need to go to CosmicSoupRecording.com and get that latest version of the Cosmic Soup t-shirt. It is the NASA style, and they are going to be out of stock soon.
Yes.
Last chance, bitches.
And if you listen to last week's Gio and Meatbag show, I actually kind of give you directions on how to get me to buy you a Cosmic Soup shirt. So check that out.
Yeah, listen to the previous episode, number 57, last week's episode, which you can find at gioandmeatbag.podbean.com. And
yeah,
it's a test, motherfuckers. We're testing you on 58, motherfucker. I like this.
We want to see who's out there, who's
We should have played
listening.
testing tonight.
Yeah. We want to see who gives a shit.
But anyways, moving forward, we got another segment. This is like my favorite segment.
I was gonna say, speaking of Cosmic Soup here,
Yes.
we actually have a whole segment
Yes.
dedicated to Cosmic Soup. And what would that be called, Jeremy?
What do you got in store for us
All right, guys. So I was going to tell a story about the accident theory, but a few days ago, something pretty funny happened. So it's a funnier story. So,
all right.
I really like this guy, but he's a hip hop artist, and he came here to record some songs, and he wanted to get in the mode. So he drank a little bit, smoked a little bit to help him prepare for his session. And
Here we go.
As the session went on, he was getting a little more tipsy and a little bit more tipsy, and finally I'm mixing the song, I'm bouncing it down, and I didn't know where he was. So I wanted him to hear it and give his final approval before I bounce it down and send it to him. And I'm like, man, I wonder where this guy is. And
MIA? He was here and
no, he was here, but he wasn't in the room. So I thought he was maybe outside smoking or whatever.
Okay.
But turns out he was getting sick in the bathroom. He was puking in my sink because my toilet's broken. So he probably, or he couldn't make it to the toilet.
Damn hot. Milk was a bad choice. So damn.
Yeah, drinking milk on a hot summer day will make your belly ache.
Oh, no kidding, dude.
And so he threw up in the bathroom a little bit, but he gained his composure and came back, and he finished the session.
Finish him.
Oh, shit. That's what happens when I touch the buttons. Irrelevant
killed
shit.
it. Well, no, he killed the track.
Yeah, he did it.
Yeah,
Finished it.
he did a great job, but it was, so sometimes you have to keep control of yourself. You don't want to get too under the influence.
You don't want to have no composure.
Which July 13th, guys, go to nocomposure.bandcamp.com and buy our album, please. We're going to have a 5-song album for you. We'll sell it for like $5 or something. We'll make it cheap. $5.
Yeah.
That's a cheap
Why not?
album. $5 physical copies too.
That's $1 a song.
Yeah. That's pretty reasonable,
That's
right?
fair.
It's better than iTunes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So that's it.
that was your Cosmic Soup.
Of the week.
That was funny. He got all sick. I'm going to get all sick now. I'm going to come in here for the podcast and get drunk
Yeah. Just hurl in the bathroom.
and spend
Which
the
I
last
noticed
half.
there's actually a mic set up in the shower right now. So I was
Oh.
like, oh, is this for whenever one of us has to pee and we can just still keep talking on the podcast?
Yes.
Yes.
Or if you really want to do that vocal take, but you have to poop at the same time, you can do both.
Sometimes the poop is what makes the vocal take sound
If
great.
you really want that
Yeah.
grunt.
Not a bad idea.
Yep.
Well,
So 9 times out of 10 when I have to take a shit.
It's usually as soon as the podcast is done.
Yeah.
And we'd like to say thanks to all of our sponsors, Cosmic Soup Recording. Please, everybody, go check out Cosmic Soup Recording. Help Jeremy make your magic come true, as well as Bodacious Prince on the physical art side of the deal.
Yeah.
And
you need artwork done. Hit them up.
and make sure you guys are downloading the podcast at gioandmeatbag.podbean.com.
Again, that is gioandmeatbag.podbean.com.
And if you guys have any music submissions or show info, please shoot us an email at gioandmeatbag@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let us know anything. Let us know how our show is. Let us know what we should do, shouldn't do.
Yeah, let us know.
Give us some feedback.
If you guys subscribe to us on YouTube and you watch the live show, you can also critique us and let us know what you want to see more of and what you want to see less
Yeah.
of.
What you want to hear more of, hear less of.
I
you
know that sometimes you guys want to see less of Gio, and just say so,
Yeah.
and we can put a
like I've
blanket
said
over his
before,
head.
if you want me to just not be on this show anymore, just go ahead and say it, all right?
Just say it.
Just go ahead and say it. No,
Hey,
thank you so much.
Thank you guys very, very much.
Thank
seriously.
you, Brain Zap. Thank you, Torn at the Seam. Who else did we play tonight, Meatbag? We
Perfect
had
Sense,
Perfect
Ethan
Sense
103.
with Ethan 103.
No
Thank
Composure,
you.
brand
No
new song.
Composure.
Yeah.
And
You'll be able to find that. I think we'll put that song on
Sluts these
Bandcamp too.
days.
yeah,
Sluts
and
These Days with Uptown.
Yep.
You'll be able to download the new No Composure track at nocomposure.bandcamp.com, at least by the time the podcast comes out.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. When you hear this, go.
It'll be available for $1.
Yep.
Yeah, $1.
Or donations.
Or donations.
So
are
if
much
you want to pay
appreciated.
$10 for it,
Yeah. feel
don't let
free.
us stop you.
Yeah. Who are we to say no?
It
Yeah.
might actually help pay Jeremy for the work that he does for this podcast.
Yeah. So please pay $10.
So if you're hearing this here, enter promo code Gio and Meatbag Show, and then you can buy it for $10 instead of $1.
There you
Yeah,
go. We
so.
can even set it up like that. too. That's so funny. All right, guys, we're out of here. We hope you have a good night. We got one last track to play for you.
Yeah, this is a bit of a softie. It's by Pelvic Meatloaf.
Yes, we're going to close it out because of our good friend Rich Formey, who has supported Squared since day one.
He married my wife and
He
I.
married Alex and his wife. I'm going to use your shoot name
Oh,
because we
you
are
son
speaking
of a
of your
bitch.
wife.
You
This
son
is
of
a
a
very
bitch.
serious situation. But Rich Formey is a dear friend of ours, and we, put the guy over when we get the chance, right?
Yeah, well,
Fucking
shout out
love
to
him.
Byron and everybody else in the band too. Byron
Yes,
has
absolutely.
the best clothing.
And as far as I'm concerned, their drummer just, I think he beat cancer. Or
Oh,
at least
yeah.
he's on the route to getting better. So
Yeah.
shout out to John, and hopefully you get better as soon as possible, man. Hopefully everything just goes good for Pelvic Meatloaf because it is a band that we really love.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
Great guys.
check it out right now.
Yeah.
This is Pelvic Meatloaf, Full Circle,
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
off of the album Stronger Than You Know. Excuse me, that is Stronger Than You.
Good night, guys.
Love you guys. Peace. Like and subscribe.
You fuck, you thinking of me? You don't know fucking shit.